Carney just dropped Canada's tariffs. But at what cost? Buddy, this is not just about cheaper wine. This is Canada blinking first in a tariff war we did not even start. Mark Carney got up today and said, Canada is removing most of our retaliatory tariffs on US goods. Are you serious? That means billions of dollars worth of American products from clothes, wine, appliances, orange juice rolling back into Canada tariff free. But here is the kicker. Steel, aluminum, and cars still taxed. So the question tonight is simple. Did Carney just save our economy, or did he hand Washington our last bargaining chips on a silver platter? What Carney actually said. Carney framed this as matching U.S. exemptions under USMCA. Translation? America softened a bit, so Canada softens too. He promised this move would show Canada as pragmatic, committed to free trade, and ready to restore stability. But let's not kid ourselves. The US did not exactly roll out the red carpet. They are still taxing our steel, aluminum, and cars, industries that employ hundreds of thousands of Canadians. So, yeah, tariffs are gone on orange juice and t-shirts, but the guy in Hamilton making steel still in the crosshairs. The Trump factor. Why now? Timing, buddy. Couple of days back, Carney had a productive phone call with Trump. Less than 24 hours later, we blink. Financial markets cheered. The Canadian dollar popped 0.5% against the US greenback. Bay Street traders opened champagne. But here is the thing. Currency bumps do not feed families. Ask the auto worker in Windsor if this feels like a victory. Ask the steel worker in Hamilton if Carney is protecting their livelihood. To them, it looks like Ottawa folded after one phone call. Before we go any further, please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Subscribing to my channel is not going to cost you anything, but it does help me big time. Thank you. Now back to our topic. So, what tariffs were removed? Let's break it down. Gone. Tariffs on wine and liquor. Cheaper booze. Tariffs on clothing. Cheaper imports from US brands. Tariffs on appliances and electronics. Microwaves, dishwasher, you name it. Tariffs on juices and groceries. What's still standing? Steel and aluminum, Canada's industrial backbone. Automobiles, Windsor's lifeline. So, Canadians get cheaper shopping carts, but the industries that actually pay Canadian wages still exposed. How is that fair? That's not balance. That's politics disguised as policy. The everyday impact. Here is the part politicians won't tell you, but I will. Yeah, maybe you save a buck at Costco on American orange juice. But if tariffs are gone, Canadian producers get hammered. Local wineries in Niagara now facing cheaper California competition. Clothing manufacturers in Montreal pushed harder by US imports. Farmers in Ontario and BC squeezed even tighter. So while Carney says consumers win, Canadian workers lose ground. That's the trade-off. And it's never mentioned in those polished Ottawa speeches. Opposition and labor pushback. And pushback was instant. Conservatives screaming surrender, calling it a sellout. Labor groups warning this undermines Canadian jobs. Unifor flat out furious, saying it's a gift to Washington and a betrayal of Canadian workers. And buddy, they are right about one thing. Once you give up leverage, you don't get it back. Washington does not reward generosity. They bank it and demand more. So, is this smart strategy or not? Carney calls this pragmatic. Pragmatic? Pragmatic is protecting your industries before you hand out deals. Pragmatic is knowing your leverage and using it, not tossing it aside like yesterday's flyers. This is weakness, plain and simple, dressed up in a fancy word. Imagine playing poker. You've got one pair of queens. Not great, but something. And before the next card drops, you fold. Just give up. Buddy, that's not pragmatism. That's losing the hand before the flop even hits the table. The bigger economic picture. Let's zoom out. Canada sends nearly 75% of our exports to the US. That's not partnership. That's dependence. So, every time Ottawa blinks, we are reinforcing the imbalance. And with Trump back in the office, this isn't just a trade skirmish. It's a power game. Do you think Trump sees Carney's move as diplomatic goodwill? No. He sees weakness. He sees an opening. And trust me, he will use it. And you know it. Lessons from history. This isn't new. We have seen this play before. The softwood lumber wars drag on for decades. Every time Canada tried to compromise, the US came back, swinging harder. The NAFTA renegotiation? Same thing. We played nice, get NAFTA 2.0, and still get slapped with tariffs. History says one thing. When Canada eases up first, Washington does not reward us. They just push harder. And now we are doing it all over again. So, what this means for Canada's future? Here is the danger. Once tariffs are dropped, they are damn near impossible to bring back. And Carney knows it. So, Ottawa just handed away bargaining chips. If Trump wants more concessions later, say on dairy, energy, or even tech, what does Canada have left to trade? We cannot just keep folding and expect respect. Trade wars aren't won by politeness. They are won by leverage and grit. So, here is the question. Was this Carney playing the long game? Or did Ottawa just get played? Consumers save pennies. Markets cheer. But workers in steel, aluminum, and auto still exposed. And buddy, once you drop a tariff, you don't just pick it back up. It doesn't work that way. That leverage is gone. Poof. Tell me in the comments, smart diplomacy or weak knees in Ottawa? Because let's be honest, in trade wars, the nice guy always pays the bill. If you like this video and want to know more, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.